Next guy, brilliant comedian. He's playing Monday nights at the Cloakroom at the Melbourne Town Hall. He's a good friend of ours. He's a writer on Before the Game.
He is Adam Rozenbachs.
Thanks very much. Hey, there's one thing I don't like doing anymore, right? I hate going supermarket shopping these days, and there's a reason I don't like going supermarket shopping anymore, and that's because of those self-service checkouts that the supermarkets have all got, right? Because I just hate going through them. Every time I go through the self-service checkout, I always think, why the hell am I doing your job? You know? I don't go to the pub and pour myself a beer anymore. It's like, why am I doing your job? And, you know, what else are they going to make me do? You know, I'll be out there with the trolley just doing my shopping, then it'll just be an announcement going, Adam with a mop and bucket to aisle 7, Adam with a mop and bucket. You're like, what the hell's going on here? And the reason I don't really like going through the self-service checkouts, right, because I actually find them a little bit confusing. It's not as straightforward as you think it's going to be. Like the other week, right, I wanted to buy a watermelon, which I thought was going to be a fairly easy process, right? So anyway, I'm trying to buy a watermelon, and you know how when you're buying fruit and veg, it comes up with the alphabet, you've got to pick the letter with which it starts with, right? Now, stupidly, I'd been spelling watermelon with the W my whole life, right? Turns out that's not correct, right? I'm pressing W, nothing's coming up, right? So I'll call the bloke over to do the job he should have been doing in the freaking first place. I go, mate, I'm trying to buy a watermelon here. Nothing's coming up. He goes, oh, watermelon? No, that's under M for melon. I was like, who the hell calls this a melon, you know? You don't have friends over for dinner. You go, you guys want some melon? Yeah, what sort? Water. Who the hell's saying that? The only advantage I can see to those self-service checkouts is the fact that you never have to pay full price for hydroponic tomatoes ever again. You know, when you're going through, it's like, what kind of tomatoes? You're like, yeah, bloody normal ones. All right, I'm out of here, you know? And I've got a really good tip. If you want to save yourself some money, right, I've got a great way. If you know you're going to be going through the self-service checkout, I've got a great way you can save yourself some money, right? What I do when I get into the supermarket is I grab a home brand can of baked beans off the shelf, right? They're about 60 cents or so. And what I do is I take the barcode off that home brand can of baked beans and I sticky tape it to the back of my hand. And that way, whatever I scan through, it just reads the underside of my hand. You can buy anything, you know, punnet of blueberries, boop, 60 cents, all right, yeah, you know. Big Listerine, boop, 60 cents, all right, yeah, you know, 90 kilos of prosciutto, boop, 60 cents, all right, you know, this is awesome. Turns out you can feed the whole family for under $10, Curtis Stone, you dickhead. And every time I go into Woolworths, right, I'd go to the one in Collingwood on Smith Street, right, and I'd go through the actual checkout, and the girl would be like, oh, you got a rewards card, mate? You got a rewards card? And I'm like, that's a bit weird, they're letting junkies work here now, but anyway. And I'd go through and I'm like, no, I don't have a rewards card, right? What do I get if I get a rewards card if I sign up to your program? And the girl says to me, well, for every $1 you spend here, you get a Qantas frequent flyer point. And I thought, well, that's not a bad program, you know. I may as well, I shop here every week, I may as well get a free flight out of this, right? So I sign up to the program, they send me the card out, I go out, I do a big shop, spent like $160, right? Go through, she scans it all through, and the girl says, do you have a rewards card? I'm like, yes, I do, right? So I hand the rewards card over. For $160, right, I got 9 frequent flyer points, right? 9, right? And I was like, thanks for that, Woolworths. And I did the calculations in my head and I worked it out. All I need to do, if I spend roughly $34 million, I can fly from Tullamarine to Avalon. All right, thanks. I went down to Rozenbachs. Enjoy the rest of your morning. Cheers.